delayed work. Sometimes in life you don't get a second chance like this. Be the best version of yourself. Be that one student and turn in your work and getting good grades. Because I believe in you. And Mr. Ring believes in you.
Hey guys, let's go over quiz number 2, 2.1 to 2.4, taken January 21st, 2025, version A. Use this function. So this is called a polynomial. Why? Because you have x variables on the base, and then on the top right, you have the exponent or degrees. Now this one is nice because it's already in descending order. What does descending order mean? It just has 3, 2, 1, x to the 0. Okay, so the degree is the biggest exponent. So between 3, 2, 1, and 0, the biggest one is 3. That's why 3 is my answer. Okay, from here, if you know that this is the degree, then in front of it is its leading coefficient, which is 2. Okay? Okay, question number 2. The 0 is the same thing as a x-intercept, a solution, or a root, okay? So I have 3 stars there, and this one will be 1, 2, 3, so x equals -3, x equals -1, and I don't know, close to x equals 2. And I want you to notice they're shooting through. They're going through there. They're passing through. And we call that a multiplicity of 1. All of those have a multiplicity of 1, okay? Future knowledge, but how did I score that? You'll get 2 points if you have all 3 of these there. You'll get 1 point if you have a star correctly there, and maybe you put a star there. That's called a minimum. That would be a relative minimum, and this would be a relative maximum. Okay, if we go to the back side, we're going to complete the sentence to describe the end behavior here. So the end behavior of this one's called the power function, just because there's no other stuff behind it, and x to the 3rd power. So I'm going to look for the easiest one, that would be x to the 1st. And that graph always starts down, ends up. Now my leading coefficient is positive, which means that these arrows will stay. Power function just goes through the origin. If you have a graphing calculator, you can do that. Okay, so now it wants us to do the sentence, so let's do this. We're going to add all the positive and negative infinities. Okay, now this one's a little bit tricky because it actually switched it. So this one's saying on the x-axis, as you go towards the right, towards positive infinity. So I'm going this way. What's happening to the graph? Well, it is going, I'm looking at my answer, it should be up. Well, how do you say up? Up is the f of x or the y-axis. So this is down, this would be up. So as it's going up, that would be positive infinity, that would be A. This one is saying, as I go on the x-axis here, either negative, positive, we're going towards the left. As I go to the left, what happens to my graph? It is going down. Well, down we said negative infinity. Okay, 1 point apiece. And then number 4, determine the quotient. I'll try to show you multiple ways. Let's do long division first. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do for long division is say how many times is x going to x to the 4th. That is x to the 3rd. We're going to multiply. All right, pay attention. You're going to have to subtract here. So that'd be 1 minus 1 is 0. 0x to the 4th, which I don't have to write. -3 minus -1. So put in your calculator, that becomes -3 plus 1, which is -2. -2x cubed. Bring this one down. And then we're gonna see, again, how many times that goes in. Divided by x, so it'll become negative 2x squared. So now I can just multiply that. Multiply. Let's go ahead and subtract those. Negative 2 minus 2 is 0 because the opposite of negative 2 is positive 2, so negative 2 plus 2, so just 0. And then 6 minus 2 is 4x squared. Again, we're going to do division there. So that'll be 4x. Let's multiply 4x squared, negative 4x. We're subtracting, so 4 minus 4 is 0. Negative 12 plus 4, that'll be negative 8. Bring that one down, and then we'll just do the last one here. Negative 8x divided by x would just be negative 8. Let's multiply. We are subtracting. Negative 8 minus 8 is 0. Pay attention, 8 minus 8 is 0. So this one has a remainder of 0. Okay, we'll do the second part, but let's go ahead and just finish. Let's do synthetic. So for synthetic, I'm going to set that equal to 0, add 1, so my x equals 1. So these are the same. Those are the same. So let's put a 1 here. And if you notice, my division sign now is being flipped upside down. And I'm taking the coefficients 1, negative 3, 6, negative 12, and 8. Okay, for synthetic, always bring down the first one. Then we're going to multiply these two, and then I'm going to add. Multiply, and I'm going to add. And as I do that, you'll recognize they are the same. Multiply, add. Okay, multiply, add. So my numbers match up now. That this is the remainder. This is the constant that has the x term, negative 2x squared, and 1. Okay. So if you're writing that, they match those. Okay. And let's do the last one, the box. So I have x minus 1. Okay. To do this one, the first thing that goes here is x to the 4th. So we're going to multiply, right? That would be x to the 3rd, gives you x to the 4th. Multiply, negative 1x cubed. Okay. So here, these two boxes have to add up to negative 3. So this would be negative 2x cubed. I just made this one up. I have to add these together to make that one. Okay, and we're going to repeat it. Multiply. Again, notice my answer. That multiplies, we multiply that, would be 2x squared positive. Okay, again, I'm going to add to get my x squared term, so that would have to be 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, and we're going to multiply here. 4x. This times this equals that. This times that equals negative 4x. Again, we're going to add these two to equal my negative 12, so that'd be negative 8x. Multiply, multiply, and then my box should end there. So this plus this will equal 8. So this would be 0. That's my remainder. Okay? So 3 different ways of getting the quotient. Let's go ahead now write the dividend. The dividend, let's write down here, we have some space. The dividend is what's on the inside. So x to the 4th minus 3x to the 3rd plus 6x squared minus 12x plus 8 equals the divisor as the product. So product is multiplication. We have the divisor that's on the outside times the quotient. The quotient is the answer. This or that as a polynomial. You can't just write the numbers. to the third minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 8. This plus the remainder. So if you had to write the remainder, it's kind of where we don't normally write zeros, but just want to prove something to you. And then you go back to the divisor, which is x minus 1. That is the remainder, okay? So if you multiplied all these out, you'll get that one, okay? Hopefully that was helpful. See ya.
Yo, Mr. Ing, gotta get it right. Multiply tables every night. 2 times 2, 4, that's no stress. 3 times 3, 9, I'm feeling blessed. 4 times 5, 20, no detention. Math's my mission, no need for tension. Doing these